smiling before exit was not just a cozy and cute piece of advice that my instructors gave me. The hypothesis was that when we affect our facial muscles and do that with action, we affect the thought and the feeling. Hi, I'm Ebba. I've been helping leaders, entrepreneurs, students to grow their knowledge, their practice as people, and also their business, acquiring those skills, understanding ourselves, adjusting how we act, think, feel, operate in this world. It is such a complex system because how our thoughts, emotions, actions interplay and interact and influence us, them and us. When that system of thinking, feeling, acting is working well, it's like cogs in a machinery just clicking and doing their job and bringing us forward, or it's just flawless code being executed seamlessly. More often it's not like that, but like a mess of pieces of yarn that is all mixed together, a bit like this. So you affect your feeling with thought. You affect your thought and feeling with action. And the way you act influences your feelings and your thoughts. So smiling before exit, it's called the facial feedback hypothesis, and it's from research in the 80s. And it's been disputed, of course, like most research has. Researchers asked people to have a pen in their mouth in two ways. So one, like that, between our teeth, even like this, and the other one like this. The hypothesis was that when we affect our facial muscles and do that with action, we affect the thought and the feeling. And the people who had the pen like this, they would interpret silly comics, like Gary Larson, I think it was, in a much funnier way, a much more positive way than these ones. To me, it's very intuitive. There is a connection, right? So maybe you remember those power poses, like 5 minutes before entering a stage. You affect your mindset, or just smiling before exiting. Whether you believe it or not, just try it. Our personal VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity, may not at all be about one role or one process or one part of the job, but it's the multiple roles we're in. Mother, daughter, friend, colleague. It is super easy to be instantly overwhelmed. In that situation, think of all your stuff as a big box of Lego, so all mixed up. So that box needs sorting. Think about what you are and what you do in a Lego mess and start to sort them out. I use sticky notes and then I put them physically in different places. So different colors, just like Lego. Blue is for teaching, yellow is for the kids, red is family, friends and neighbors that are in poor health right now. I'm sorting out that Lego on my life, and you do it piece by piece. Blue with blue, yellow with yellow, red with red. And then look at them one by one to understand where they fit, or maybe if they should go. Another tip when we are in huge, complex projects, and we really do have to keep that train of thought over time and over different types of choices and just a lot. This artist, he was sketching on a huge canvas. So he had this vision and it was very, very detailed. So he started to sketch and he got inspired, knowing that this canvas would maybe take a month to finish before he could start painting. So before he went to bed, he put his pen exactly on the spot where he should pick up in the morning. So no ambiguity and less complexity, just directing himself in a structure, in a process that was purposeful to him. And the way I use that in my life, in my VUCA, is, for example, especially when the kids were young, 2 kids, 1 mum, I would look at the weather report. I'm looking outside because it's sunny. That's kind of rare in Sweden in March. I would look at the weather report, and then we would all pick out our clothes for the next day. That was my equivalence to putting the pen in the exact place. I would, before going to bed, put out the bowls for the breakfast. I laid the table so there would be no complexity in wondering and choosing. And then if somebody wanted to make an active choice and go, I'd rather have a toast today, go for it. That would still be much easier and less complex than asking every morning, what would you like for breakfast? Or what would you like to wear today? I think a classic self-leadership tip is start small with whatever big project or project that is perhaps connected with anxiety or worry or whatnot. Just start small, but do it. Because what is stopping us from starting? We can be stuck in a planning phase for a long time. We can be planning for perfection, and that is almost impossible. We can also be stuck in the sort of need and will to optimize, and I'm definitely one of those. It's like, how can I be most efficient in using my time and energy, and can I also leverage synergies between learning and this and that? And the entire chase of optimization can actually do your head in. Don't let that stop you from starting. And of course, we have a bit of classic procrastination, pushing and pushing and pushing away that which we need to do or should do or start doing. And I'm actually thinking, yes, of course it's a behavior, but it's also a way of handling fears, I think. The fear of failing, the fear of not being good enough or not achieving well enough, or I think also procrastination is about rebelling. Don't tell me what to do. I want to do things in the time and the place that I want to do it in. So my advice is to start small. Start almost like it doesn't feel like starting, tiny. Because each and every small step is also taking you down that path that you want to go. It can be having a difficult discussion with an employee or with a friend or a relative, one where you are vulnerable or exposed or you have to deal with a conflict. Start small. Just write a couple of thoughts and feelings and reflect on it a bit. If you're hesitant or even anxious, which most of us are, to go into that job hunt, especially when you really need a job, all those tests and interviews, and just the fact that you're being scrutinized amongst hundreds of other applicants. It is a hard process to just dive into. You don't have to dive into it, but you have to start. Create a profile on LinkedIn. Say 2 things about yourself. That's a start. Or pick up your CV. Update 1 thing. Many people make lists when they have to do things, and that is awesome if you like it. But if you're inclined to look at that list and just have a massive bad conscience hit you, then don't have a list, or have very, very small lists. Do what is purposeful for you so you can take small steps and get going.